So you mean to tell me you never rewatched the show before?
It's been a very long time since I've actively rewatched it. I have to forget it.
No. Only reason why I can rewatch a show like soon after I finish watching it is because now you can get a different perspective of what's going on.
I mean, yeah, but I still want to forget it a little bit first.
No, I'm about to say Game of Thrones is a good example. I finished that shit and rewatched it. I hated the first episode. Hated that shit the first time I watched it. I absolutely love it now because it's way more deep now. It was so much going on before we even realized it.
Absolutely.
I just didn't realize it.
I don't think anybody did.
I was like, oh my God, there's a story about wolves. That wolf died. I was like, Jesus, where the fuck are we going with this? They gave those niggas names and one just died. I'm like, shit.
The fuck is the wolf puppies? I don't give a fuck about this.
And then
there ain't no such thing as dire wolves no more until recently.
Yeah, I'm about to say just brought these niggas back.
For no reason.
No, there's a reason for that.
What?
I'm definitely like gonna try to raise me one.
Why?
Why not, nigga?
Because it's still a wild animal.
I'm gonna treat my kids like wild animals. So why the fuck I don't get practice first? The fuck?
You know, I was having a conversation with somebody at work, and I was like, "This is why I shouldn't have kids." He was trying to take his kid out of school for the day, and his kid was being the responsible one and being like, "Yeah, Dad, I gotta go to school. I got a test that's like 65% of my grade." I'd be like, "Man, fuck that grade. We going to see the bitches."
Well, you would be a good father.
I'll be.
It's just that your kid gonna have a fucking dome though.
Is he trying to call me big headed?
Nigga, if the hat fits,
it don't.
Exactly.
And you know, remember last pod when I was like, my girl been craving Big Macs lately? To whichever your name is.
But you've been craving Tylenols.
Shut up. Shut up.
Fuck you.
Nigga trying to say my head so big, I just produce headaches on around them.
This nigga superpower. He look at you, you're like, oh shit. My shit split.
My superpower is I cause myself pain. I was born with an unnaturally big head. It hurts.
Like my superpower is like sometimes I just get headaches. That's not a superpower, nigga. What the fuck I do too? He be like, but you mean to tell me you just sit there and like read a book and then your head hurts? Yeah, I don't understand that shit. The fuck? Open up a calculus book and then just look at it. Bet money you gonna get a dome splitting headache. He's like, oh, but it just happens. Nigga, you ain't got powers, bro. Stop.
You suffer from migraines. Cut it out.
I was about to say, nigga, get a septum piercing and see if it calm it down. Calm your ass down, nigga.
Somebody tried to say my girl was pregnant because she was craving Big Macs. I forget what your name is, but don't ever say that again. And now this nigga's just staring at me.
Hey, I'm telling you, if she start eating like cereal with pickles in it, nigga, you better be worried. I know one thing. I would like, if you do have a son, I would like you to name him after me. That nigga name gonna be Rudolph.
The red-nosed Negro. Somebody said that your name should be Reggie. I was like, that's a solid ain't shit name.
I don't know, man. Reggie. The nigga on Bad Boys, Reggie. And that nigga is successful.
He really is.
Bro, this nigga murdered 15 people and then saluted the camera to let you know, all thumbs up, we're good. I'm about to finish cooking dinner.
Right. I still got this turkey in the oven. It's August. Yeah, I'm preparing.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. It'll be delicious by the time November comes.
Slow cooking the turkey.
For months. I'm cooking it 1 degree at a time.
Yeah, Reggie's not a bad name, but you know. I know some successful Reggies.
So what you're saying is you know too many successful Reggies for it to be your alias.
You mean my real name? I'm going to live as Reggie if that's it. The fuck?
I got to make a poll and have like the 3 names that are established for you right now. And just see. I'm going to do it on YouTube.
Yeah, that works.
The day this comes out, I'm going to put a poll on YouTube. Well, it's going to be Rudolph, Reggie, and Willie Earl.
Willie Earl. All day. Willie Earl.
Those going to be the 3 I'm going to put up there, and we're going to see what they say.
Willie Earl sound like a neck bone chef.
Just neck bones is my specialty.
You know,
I got barbecue neck bones, Cajun neck bones.
He said, and I know white people like my food, so I make it plain.
Non-seasoned neck bone is just the neck bone. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
He didn't nobody make them neck bone like Willie Earl make them neck bone. Shit.
You want anything else? Go to McDonald's, bitch.
I'm telling you.
This is not Burger King. You can't have it your way.
Hey.
It's neck bones and neck bone seasoning.
And that's it. That's motherfucking it. Hey, yo, I got a question for you. What? I know we talking about Dragon Ball Z this pod, but yo, in the Ginyu Force, who do you think got the best playlist?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I wouldn't fuck with Birders because this nigga probably got nothing but Twista on that bitch. He be like, yeah, you know, I love listening to slow music. Excuse me, nigga, this is fast as a bitch.
Right? That nigga be listening to that shit trying to fuck. Why are we fucking so intensely? This is way too fast.
I think Chase would have some good stuff. Shit, nigga, I think probably Ginyu.
I want to say Raccoon.
No.
You don't think? You think he listening to Sesame Street or some
this
shit?
Nigga only listens to Panda. I got by the letter.
This nigga Jace only be listening to shit like, "Welcome to Hotel California."
That's a good song, nigga.
It is. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. I about to say Jace probably got some hits on that bitch.
You know he down undering.
Yeah, and then let's be real. Like, reason why I say Ginyu, he probably got off of his little personal shit, listening to some hard shit. That's why his brain always got fucking veins coming out.
That nigga be listening to Madonna Vogue.
Madonna got some hits too, now. Madonna got
His whole
fire.
playlist is just Madonna's classics.
Nah, I'm telling you, they probably all play the same song when they depart.
Definitely.
We'll set this bitch off. Set this bitch off. That shit'll go hard.
That is weird.
Well, nah. Raccoon listening to mumble rap. That's it. That nigga up in that
sounds
jump.
like a mumble rap.
That nigga up in that. No, that ain't really mumble rap. It's just melodic singing. I'm about to say that nigga up in that jump. Oh no, yeah, she fine. Let her over one more time. This nigga Raccoon is slow as fuck. This nigga.
Like, it's terrible when you have somebody who's that dumb and murderous. Mm-hmm. That's a terrifying thought. Because they just gonna kill on a whim. They don't care. They don't have no thought behind why they're killing. They're just doing it.
Yeah, that tells you that, you know, Ginyu he believes in true equality. Nobody on that team is the same color. This nigga,
real shit,
this nigga literally gave the reins to an unhinged slow nigga.
He did, though. Mm-hmm. He's like, Raccoon, you're in charge.
This nigga was hype.
You had other people there who could have done it just fine. Chase, I would have thought he would have been, nope, Raccoon.
Yo, no Diddy. Chase got some luxurious hair, bro.
And that's why he got his ass beat the way he did.
Hey, yo, but I watched the regular on Crunchyroll shit, but then I watched Oceans. Jace's entrance on Ocean was tough. That nigga was like, ow, Chase. I was like, hey. That nigga shit was tight.
I still need to go back and watch the Ocean dub. I haven't watched it yet.
But Ocean I think it just had like a low budget, but these niggas was cooking.
I'll say everything in the Ocean dub, in my opinion, was better besides the voice acting. I hated the voice acting, but music, sound effects, all of that, out of this world, made the show feel more intense. I hated those voices. Goddamn.
I can't even say I hate the voices, my nigga.
I
Like,
hated it.
Watch it from the beginning and then just let that shit roll. You'll forget about that shit first episode.
I don't
Bars,
like it.
Nigga.
Bars.
That was a bar.
You an idiot.
Hey, but it rhymed.
Don't nobody care.
Yes, they do. And I bet you in the comment section, #bars.
They gonna do it now.
He's calling me out, nigga.
Yes.
That was a bar, nigga. Who you think would be the best musician in the Ginyu Force?
I'm gonna have to get that one to Jace.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Guldo will make a mean DJ.
You think so?
Yes, because think about it, bro. Like, he can mix multiple different songs with that time freeze shit.
So he gonna hold his breath long enough?
Hold his breath, take the record off, go back, flip that shit, and you know whenever a DJ trying to hit where the little point at where the beat changed, they put a little crayon mark on that bitch, put it right there. He'll smoke that hoe.
Shit, he probably would.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga needs to get better lung capacity first.
But that nigga can't.
He gonna do that shit about 3 times, and then he's gonna hit the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole fight he had with Gohan and Krillin, this nigga was out of breath.
Yeah, the whole time.
The whole time. The first time he did shit. The first time he did it to take the Dragon Ball out of Gohan's hand, you see him back where he was standing sweaty.
He was just breathing hard. He wasn't sweaty though.
He go back and look, he was sweaty.
Bro, everybody got that one like random sweat.
Won't one. He had a forehead of sweat. I'm so serious. He was sweaty as shit after doing it once. That shit was, I'm like, bruh, if you know you have this power, how about working out?
Not many niggas who got like talent like that works hard with it.
He could never survive in My Hero verse.
You out your fucking mind.
Where you, in order to gain a better control of your quirk, you got to work at it. His working at it would be hitting the treadmill.
He don't have to do that shit. He already got a mean ass quirk.
How long is that gonna last?
This nigga can do the fucking what's it, mind bind. You up there chilling now, nigga.
Why didn't he do that first?
He's probably just like, honestly, he underestimated him if we're being real.
Yes, severely underestimated.
Who would really take a fucking bold haircut child and a bald nigga serious?
With dots on his head. That's the first time they ever seen a monk. They're like, what is that?
I'm about to say, bro, if I seen like a bald head nigga with dots on his head, I would think he's being abused. I'm like, niggas is putting out cigarettes on his forehead.
And no nose. They're like, this is the weirdest alien I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. So nah, I would have underestimated them too.
Yeah, I still say it. I'm pretty sure everybody on Namek thought Krillin was a child. I would have.
No, I'd have been like, no, like he has his fears is all around experience.
What?
He fears shit that he's experienced before. He knows, like some niggas be like, hey, yo, bro, we need to worry. But when Krillin say it, it's something behind it. Like he has an instinct for shit he need to be scared of.
Absolutely, because he's been beat to death. He's died.
Experience. Gohan was naive. Because even when they fucking was trying to get the, when they was like, yo, bro, let's give Vegeta the Dragon Balls. He was like,
Gohan was like, Krillin, we can take him. Do you feel his power level? You can feel it from the other side of the planet. No. Just think about it, Gohan. He detected us from the other side of the planet.
And let's be real, when they was flying towards Guru, Gohan was like, nigga, let's fly faster. He was like, my nigga, we need to be flying slowly. He's like, bro, it's going to take us another 2 days to get there. He was like, all right, nigga, let's speed up. Soon as he did that, Vegeta showed up.
Teleported right at their asses.
And that was experience. That's a old nigga experience. He's at least 23.
I'm just saying, if looking at him, everybody else on Namek don't know how old Krillin is.
No, like the Namekians don't judge. They were like, how are you doing, good sir? They didn't say, how are these children here? No, they didn't do that. No, they showed love.
Guru did.
Everybody his child in that fucking planet. This nigga old as a bitch. This nigga pre-ordered the Bible. This nigga old as fuck, dog. That's an old ass nigga, bro.
I was around during the birth of Jesus.
This nigga was here early.
This nigga done seen 3 apocalypse and a second coming.
Yeah, he survived it. He was the only one.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I was here when there were flowers.
Yeah,
nigga.
He knew if the chicken became before the egg. This nigga was here for some shit. Guru got some time in his life.
I invented the chicken.
Bruh, I bet you the indent on that chair he been sitting in for years is crazy. That shit probably stink.
Has he really been sitting in one place for that fucking long?
Funky ass chair, bro.
Oh my God.
I bet that room stink. You know, you go to like a retirement home, you go into an old person's room.
I work in a retirement home.
Yeah.
It ain't just a room. Walk down the hallway.
Smell like old cabinets.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That shit is terrible.
Guru shit was probably wanging.
I mean, you could just look at Guru and just smell him. Mm-hmm. He eyes start burning.
And Nail got a nose, but he probably got allergies, stuffed up shit.
Nah, he been around that shit long enough that he is used to it.
If I get used to it, I'm not leaving that room.
Yeah, because when you come back, it's gonna be worse.
Yeah,
way worse.
What the fuck is that?
You're gonna end up insulting Guru walking back in, like walking. Oh shit! Yeah, that's right.
He said, "What happened? I just sent somebody terrifying power level out there."
It's Frieza.
Adrenaline dump, Guru.
Fucking stupid.
Bro, Guru, that's a hard ass name. You know what a guru is, but that shit's still hard, bro.
To have the name of that you know you're destined for some type of greatness in the teacher field.
We would think that. We got some niggas out here with some very prestigious names and not living
Dumb
up to
as
it.
fuck. All right, Muhammad on the corner.
Yeah.
I teach the street gospel.
I was like, I can tell you ain't no real Muhammad because you didn't say Muhammad. You didn't do that. Nah, nigga. You gave up on your fate.
My name is Muhammad Johnson. Thank you.
Yeah, bro, have you heard of a nigga named Death Sentence?
What kind of fucking name is that?
It's a dude who was doing like street beef fights.
No.
He a bald nigga. His name is Death Sentence. He show up with a Naruto headband. He's like, my name is Death Sentence. And then he come out there and he look ridiculous.
Does he like just go around fighting niggas on the street or what?
He does not win. That's why I say he looks ridiculous. But I guess Demetrius Johnson must have seen some of his fights and just was, he's like, this nigga's hilarious. And he got supreme confidence. He was like, I always got bitches with self-confidence. I was like, no, you don't, nigga. No, you don't. But nah, he just got his first win recently.
Was it against a toddler?
I don't know. I didn't see the person. I just seen him like celebrating. I didn't watch
Finally,
the fight. I didn't watch
after all these years.
Like his first, like it was so funny. I watched one of his fights. His first attack, he just ran up, jumped up, did a flying knee or double knee to a double axe handle.
Jesus.
I was like, bro, this nigga got potential.
And then got beat.
Yeah, he got horribly.
It's like, I'm gonna practice these moves I seen on Naruto.
And the Demetrius Johnson was about to go train him. He was like, all right, man. He's getting your fighting stance. He was like, I don't have a fighting stance. Batman don't got one. I was like, this nigga got a point.
Batman has a fighting stance.
No, Batman has a fighting aura. You just think his hands are up.
Did I ever mention me and my girl watched all the old 90s Batman movies?
Batman Forever was like that, won't it?
I hated that.
I love that movie. He was like,
Is that the one with Val Kilmer?
Yeah.
I like Val Kilmer.
Nigga, Jim Carrey was hilarious. When Bruce Wayne first showed up, because he had an invention to suck people's intelligence out. When he saw Bruce Wayne, he said, oh my God, it's him. I cried on that part, nigga. I cried. But then when Bruce Wayne was like, hey, nigga, get the fuck away from me, nigga. Then he kind of lost it. And then he found that one, I don't know if he was like a janitor or a businessman, and then used that shit on him. And then when he sucked
it was
out
a
his
business dude. I think it was the dude that owned the company that he was hired through.
Yeah, so then he put on the other helmet to suck out his intelligence. And then when he pushed the nigga out and then the helmet cord stopped him from going out the window, this dumbass nigga Jim Carrey was just like, hold on! I cried, bro. His comedy was so good on that fucking movie, bro.
I say the first one we didn't even make it through.
Which one?
The one with Jack Nicholson as Joker. I did not like that one at all.
It was actually decent, in my opinion.
I went into them with the mindset of all of these shits are about to be goofy as fuck. That one was the least goofy of all of them, which is not a problem, but it made for a boring watch to me. I didn't care for it.
Well, my thing is, every time I watch something, I do take my bias away because we are in a later year. So a lot of the things they're talking about are current events for that time.
That's not a problem.
It's kind of hard to keep up with everything they're saying because
that wasn't an issue either. I just it was boring to watch.
Well, all right, what I'm saying is this, like back in the day, they had a certain like form of comedy on how they were doing movies.
I get what you're saying.
So of course, that's like the Zeitgeist at that time. That's how niggas was doing it. So I kind of look at it as it is. Now, of course, I have movies that I like more than others, but I'm like, fuck it.
I like the second one though. That was one with Catwoman and Penguin. You didn't like that one?
You're being judged. That's what my eyes are doing now.
I like that one.
Yeah, I'm not in the Mecca, my nigga. I judge you. Fuck.
Okay, whatever. I liked it. Sorry.
That nigga was eating raw fish. Fuck me up. Fuck me up.
Now, penguins being in the sewer of a city is crazy. And raising a child is crazy. That makes no fucking sense.
You liked
whatsoever.
You liked it.
Overall, but there were certain parts I was like, what in the fuck is happening?
This bitch got bit by thousands of cats and now dresses as one. Nigga, that'll give me real fucking
She
trauma.
got dropped from the 22nd story of a building and lived because cats cuddled her.
Like, bro, she like, not one of them was radioactive. I was like, what the fuck, bro? I remember watching that as a kid and I was just like, bro, this don't make sense. I got older and I was just like, okay.
I mean,
fine.
None of them make sense.
Yes, they do.
Bullshit.
Yes, they do.
Bullshit.
With fucking damn, I can't even think of his name. The ice nigga.
Oh,
Arnold Schwarzenegger played him.
that one was the worst one. That was Batman.
And I didn't know it won't. I'm gonna tell you why it
That's
wasn't.
Batman and Robin. I hated that one.
I'm gonna tell you why it wasn't bad.
Why?
That nigga, what's that nigga name? He did that song "Kiss from a Rose."
Seal.
Yeah, Seal.
Do you think it was good because of Seal?
That's it.
I'm done with you.
I saw the whole movie from the music video.
That one was probably the worst out of all of them.
No, it fucking wasn't.
Bullshit.
I remember that whole music video. That's the movie for me. I was up in my bathroom taking a shower, baby. I was going in on that shit. I don't know any words from that song except "Kiss from a Rose on a Grave." Ooh.
By that point, Batman was just recruiting anybody. Mm-hmm. I'm like, bruh, you just about to have a bat family in this bitch.
The stranger it feels, yeah. Now that
It was
your
like the
rose
whole
is
movie.
a bloom,
You an idiot.
slow nigga raccoon, yeah.
The whole time I'm watching that shit, I'm like, this is setting up for Alfred to pass. And I'm like, all right, so this setup is going to be, he's going to have to, at some point, learn how to cope without Alfred being there. Just to save this nigga at the end. Everything's good now.
Baby. That was perfect. That was perfect ending.
Oh, man, I hated that movie.
Yeah,
That was
I didn't
terrible.
like it either. I'm not gonna lie to you, but
That was terrible.
That song, nigga, made the movie.
The song was great.
And it wasn't in there until the end of the music, like end of the movie when the credits dropped.
And you know what's worse? They had a bunch of random spurts of actors in there that were all established. Just to have them in there for like 5 seconds. What's her name? What the fuck is her name? I forget it now. It don't matter now.
What movie was she on?
A bunch of black people movies.
Tyra Banks was in there? I'm just playing.
What bunch of black people movies has she been in?
I don't know. She's been on my mind recently.
The one that dated 50 Cent.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
She was in there as a henchman for Freeze randomly for like 5 minutes of the movie and we never saw her again.
Nigga, I know this is getting completely off the topic because I'm just talking about women now. I remember first seeing Lisa Ray on Players Club.
Oh my God. Another one we should not have been watching as children.
I didn't even know that was a thing. That movie ruined me.
Yeah, we used to watch that shit at least once a week in the living room as a family. Why are we watching this? This is terrible.
And she said, "Tell me, are you ready?" I was like, what is she doing? This is interesting. Did titties?
I used to be watching shit
I
as
closed
a
my mama door so quick.
I used to be watching shit as a kid. I had no business watching ever.
And then I don't know. It was just weird. Like our parents made us not watch certain dumb shit.
Yeah, like Beavis and Butthead, but I can watch Players Club. What the fuck? This is dumb. At least one is a cartoon. I can have some form of innocence. I'm just seeing titties on the screen. And then there was one time we was at the movies and something happened on screen and my mother told me to turn around. Like, now you want me to turn around? Why? Because we in fucking public? Now you want to be responsible?
you should like turn around. Don't watch this part. You just turn around. You just hear Quasimodo screaming, "Sanctuary!" You're like, why can't I watch this? What the fuck? Why?
It's about the industrial complex.
You're like,
what?
The fuck is wrong with you, Mom? I'm gonna tell you. I know. I say something about Raccoon being slow. I knew I was slow as a kid. I remember my church took us all to go to the movie theater to see Lion King. And then when Mufasa fell off that cliff and all the kids was crying, I was the only one not crying.
I've never cried to a single Disney movie ever.
Fox and the Hound. I cried on that one.
This is the beginning of my sociopathic activities. I'd never cried.
Well, I didn't cry on movies when I was a kid, period. I didn't cry on anything. Well, Fox and the Hound I did because I'm sorry. I had a real bond with that motherfucking fox. But no, I'm talking about like, because I remember that shit, like Mufasa fell down and everybody was like, oh my God. I was just like, kids are so dumb.
I'm an adult.
I'm like, bro, Disney movies are going to bring this nigga back. And later on in the movie, you see that nigga in the sky. I'm like, ooh.
He dead.
He gone. I was like, oh my gosh.
Damn, that's crazy.
I'm about to say, bro, Simba had a driver's license before he saw that nigga in the sky. I was just like, oh my God, bro. I'm
Talk
late
about
as a
abandonment
bitch.
issues.
It was late as a bitch. But yeah, I didn't really cry on movies at all.
I don't think I've ever cried on a movie.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I have.
I haven't cried on a movie, but an anime, absolutely. We talked about it, though.
definitely cried on movies. Like, it wasn't anything like most niggas have watched or anything.
It's about the nigga about to say some wild, crazy.
No, Sniper. I cried on that one.
Sniper?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
It's a movie about a dude. He was just a regular ass nigga, and then he joined the military as an army ranger, as a sniper. And when he came back, you know, he was just still in the war. 'Cause I remember it was one time he was just sitting on the couch and just looking at a blank TV.
Oh, this is you cried because you can relate.
Yeah, and then I remember at the end. No, I didn't cry at that part. It was the end of the movie. He finally got himself together. He did therapy. He went to the VA. Because there was a lot of niggas that seen him. They was like, bro, you was a fucking legend, bro. We love you. And you can tell he tries to avoid all that shit. This is uncomfortable conversation. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the movie, he finally started doing therapy, right? He ended up doing therapy. Then he volunteered. And one of the niggas that he helped out volunteer killed him. And this is a real life thing.
Oh, shit.
That hurt my feelings. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, no.
Like, and it wasn't like years after he got better. It was a week. Like when he started volunteering, he was back. Gone.
That's crazy.
And then at the end of the movie, when the credits roll, you see the cars, like the police escort before he was going to the funeral, or before they was taking him to the funeral home. That shit, oh my God, that hit me.
That is sad as shit.
Sad, my nigga. I was like,
Jesus.
damn, bruh. But, you know, I'm a religious person. So in my mind, I was like, he finally got himself together. You know, he got himself together. Now he going to the Lord. I'm cool. Cool on that.
Somebody said that Bardock is the Neil deGrasse Tyson of the sand race.
Yo, that's so stupid, bro. That's so stupid, bro.
They said between him inventing that move and him basically being the legendary Super Saiyan, if you believe that shit.
Wait a minute, what?
You know when he got hit by Frieza, I don't know if it's canon. I'm 100% certain it's not. Mm-hmm. There was a special when he got hit by that death beam by Frieza, he went back in the past and for the ancestor of Frieza and went Super Saiyan, and that made him the official first Saiyan to go Super Saiyan. Oh
yeah, that's not gun at all. I mean, that's not canon.
I'm aware, but they threw that in the mix as well.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
But even still, that joke is hilarious.
That's very funny, bro. He's the Neil deGrasse Tyson is hilarious, bro. Never would have thought about that shit. Like, bro, that's funny. That's funny, dog.
Like, damn, he created a whole move for us. Like, yeah, he's, according to us Saiyans, he's the smartest one. He has a double-digit IQ.
This nigga shit is 11. But now you put battle IQ, that nigga shit's through the roof.
It really is. I still go back to when he fought all of Dodoria's men and watched them niggas.
But I'm gonna be real. Like, the more I'm looking at Dragon Ball Z, I already knew Vegeta had great battle IQ. He really does, bro.
That nigga is smart. We gonna talk about it, but that whole shit he did on Frieza's ship and how he got away was A1. I had forgotten how smart Vegeta was all in Namek Saga.
I know so many people say that, you know, Dragon Ball Z is not a good written show. Now that I rewatch it, I'm like, it's actually decent.
It actually is.
But, you know,
it's just we have in our minds what we see from Super, Dama, and all of that stuff. But go back and watch Frieza and Cell sagas. Mm-hmm. Those are really well written.
I know the anime I'm watching right now. I forgot that I watched it before, but I didn't finish season 2.
What is it?
It was basically another isekai. But yeah, Buddy just got there. I don't even remember like what was his like profession before, but they put him as king like immediately. But
was he born into royalty?
No, fuck no. They just summoned him from another world. They was like, oh my God, he's a hero. The king was like, thank God, bro, because I'm not good at this job. He was like, take over, nigga. Because it was like a legend.
Way to push your responsibilities off on a stranger.
Then literally you see later on, you be like, oh no, he actually made the wise decision. He was a horrible king. They was in like real debt. They literally was gonna summon the fucking hero to sell that nigga.
Oh my God.
Yes, they was in financial ruin.
How you human trafficking from other dimensions?
Bro, that's crazy.
That is wild.
And if I'm being honest, it's because the people he had as like his people who worked for him was just niggas he was doing favors for. So of course, like, it wasn't the right people. Uh-huh. So like and then the dude that I ain't gonna even lie, no, sometimes he does ideas and I'm just like, nah, the regular nigga wouldn't think about that shit. But he does use a lot of what we do. So I'm just like, it's still smart. It's only a smart anime. Like, this nigga can't fight. This nigga just use strategy on like every fucking thing.
All right, so this week we did Dragon Ball Z episodes. What was it?
56? 55?
55 to, I said 66 last time, but it was 65, not 66. Where we left off, Zarbon went and got Vegeta and took him to the healing tank and left him there. It's like, treated him like Viltrumites, where it's like, in order for us to sentence you to death, you got to heal all the way first. That makes no sense. I'm going to torture the information out of you by making sure you're at 100% first. Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
I wasn't, I don't know, like, at first I thought Zarbon was abused. Then later on, I was just like, nah, this nigga a little off.
Yes, he's way off. Like, I always thought, like, for the most part, wasn't he Frieza's right hand?
If he got hit by Frieza's right hand.
He was abusing that spaceship. Because every time Frieza raised his voice a little bit, he got scared as fuck. Like, to be the right hand, for the most part anyway, because I can really consider Ginyu to be right hand, but
this
Ginyu
nigga Frieza
ain't
said,
there.
I choose. I'm like, no. I was like, bro. It's just pollen season. Nigga, calm the fuck down.
Because when you first see Zarbon there with Frieza, you think, this nigga's cold. Like,
He's capable. That's what I thought.
exactly. Like, he's really the brains behind the operation. No, he's as stupid as all the rest of them.
I was just like, and then you start looking, you be like, this nigga out here with just draw zone. Like,
I was gonna say that too. Why half of these niggas are naked from the waist down? Basically, he had drawers and leggings on, like half leggings on.
This nigga Dodoria was wearing armor and then a one size fits all type draws on.
And this nigga Dodoria was fitting cankles and Saiyan boots. Like, that shit looked nasty. Those shit was oozing out of the side of the boots.
That shit was crazy. So I think what was it? Yeah, Zarbon put Vegeta in the healing tank.
Yeah, and then while
and Vegeta
doing that,
was plotting.
Oh, I'm certain Vegeta was awake that entire fucking time, just waiting for the moment where he could plot. But also while doing that, Krillin went and got the Dragon Ball from Guru and unlocked his potential and
he was
going back
he was
to
on his
camp.
way back. Yeah,
Yeah, but and one of the smartest chess moves Vegeta has produced in this show up until this point, pretended, broke out of the fucking healing tank, killed everybody on the ship down there, and made them all think that he had left the ship, when in reality, he was still there and just wanted all them niggas to run to one spot so he could run to where the Dragon Balls were.
I laughed hard as a bitch on this one part when they first found out where they thought that Vegeta left, and Frieza was like, Zarbon, go and find him. He was like, okay. He flew out, right? He flew out, and Vegeta hit in the corner. He was just like, got these niggas. Now I'm about to let go of these Dragon Balls. He threw the Dragon Balls out, so then they found out that Vegeta was still in there. Soon as Frieza realized what happened, Zarbon knew that Frieza was about to take off on his ass. He already flew out.
Yes.
Zarbon was like, I don't want to get yelled at, nigga. Fuck. I don't want to end up like Dodoria.
Yeah, he flew out immediately. He was already in the sky.
He slapped his tail on the ground. He was already fighting Vegeta. I was like, bro, scared as a bitch. If I'm being real, I would never want to be a henchman of Frieza, bro.
No, because even when you're doing the right thing, you can still end up a potential hazard.
Yeah, because that nigga came back. He was like, reporting. Captain Ginyu's on the way. He's 20 minutes out. Good report. I was like, why?
Because Ginyu's on his way and I don't need any of y'all anymore. I wouldn't have listened to Frieza at that point anymore. All the rest of them, all of y'all are potential death risks now.
Yeah.
Because Ginyu Force is on the way. Now he just don't give a fuck about anybody else because he knows the planet conquering army of 5 niggas is on the way.
His most reliable force is en route.
He don't need y'all no more. He made that very clear.
He didn't need any of y'all because now Frieza blew up the power core of the ship. I can't fly, so now I don't need niggas to help me fly this bitch.
But
you got capable engineers in there, and you just killing these niggas off.
Because 5 niggas showing up. That's so crazy. He was ruthless. But I like the play that Vegeta did where he distracted them, took the Dragon Balls, threw them, and another thing, threw the Dragon Balls all in the same fucking spot. That's crazy. He threw them halfway across the planet and they all landed on the same glacier.
I'm about to say, and that shit is like 70% water. And he threw it on land.
That's crazy. He threw that shit over the horizon line and it still landed all in the same spot safely. That's crazy. And then as they were all still distracted, did the smartest thing. He didn't fly away. He swam away. That's smart as shit.
He was just like, they're looking for a Saiyan prince. I'm about to go in this water and turn to a turtle. I was like, what, nigga?
I'm about to be the prince of the seas.
Yeah, I was like,
About to
okay.
be Aqualad.
That's nice. So he ends up doing that, which in my opinion, you could have still flew away. None of them niggas got scholars no more.
They don't. You just flew away without creating a scene and you would have been fine.
You know, these niggas saw that little, see a chemtrail. That's Vegeta.
Exactly. Don't create a chemtrail. You would have been fine.
That nigga be taking off.
He really did. Especially later on. This nigga, when he gets mad and takes off, oh my God.
So once he gets out the water, I think Krillin was flying back.
Yes, and one of the several times where they're full power flying when they shouldn't be because you're surrounded by threats.
But then Gohan was just like, bro, I'm getting tired of just being around this bitch. She always complained, hey, let me get that Dragon Ball radar and then let me just be productive.
Let me go see if there's anything out there because I can still find some Dragon Balls even though they have all of them.
So, but the one that he ended up picking up was the one that Vegeta threw in the water after he destroyed that Namekian village. So he scooped that shit up and he was like, now we're gonna be fine. Who the fuck is flying to me right now? And he said, Vegeta! This nigga hide behind the smallest rock. I was like, bro, you done. And this nigga Vegeta picked up, he was like, nah, somebody was around this bitch. I'm about to air this bitch out.
He really was. And his favorite move, key spams.
This nigga said, Big Bang, Gallic Gun, Special Beam, can't wait! Wait!
Special beam.
He was like, what the fuck move was you about to do, bro? I'm down here.
I learned this from the green one.
Bro, him and Goku are very good at picking up techniques.
Absolutely. He didn't even know how they managed to sense power levels. He just knew they could do it and did it.
He just like, that's a possibility. Nigga, like, he saw Krillin do the fucking Destructo disc and then picked it up. Frieza did too, though. That was cold.
Yes.
But we're not going into that yet. But so he goes down, he was like, oh, it's a little Saiyan. Me, you, your dad,
We're like family.
we're like brothers. Wait, now first off, he was just like, bro, what the fuck is that big ass thing in your hand? He said, it's a Game Boy. Who you calling boy? He said, no, it's a Game Boy. I'm not calling you boy. He said,
Who you calling boy?
oh, don't be scared, Tum Tum. It's Gohan. Shut the fuck up. Need this nigga, like, bruh, that's a horrible way to fucking hit a child. Bruh, I can tell you that, like, you know how some people say when you go for a punch, you gotta punch through it. He kneed through it.
Absolutely did. You seen that shit come out of Gohan's back.
Bruh, he kneed him so hard in his stomach, that nigga Gohan pooed it. That nigga said,
He hit that nigga so hard his tail grew back.
bruh, that would have been hilarious.
Like, not again. It's only been a month. How did he grow it back already?
Facts. He never grew it back again, did he?
Nope.
Uh.
Unless he does it in like Garlic Jr. saga, which I don't remember.
So after, like, while that happened, I think Vegeta took off.
Yeah, he took off.
And then he met up with...
Well, before any of that even happened, as Krillin is flying back, full power flying, Vegeta picks up on the fact that it's Krillin with a Dragon Ball. He's like, that's the last fucking Dragon Ball I needed.
That nigga said, ding dong.
The ball bitch is dead.
We're not here. Get the fuck out my way. I see what the fuck
So
y'all got.
he follows Krillin back where their hiding spot is, sees that he has the last Dragon Ball. Is like, I need that. And right as that happened, Zarbon pulls up behind him because Vegeta, being as reckless as Krillin was also flying full power. And Zarbon saw his chemtrail, followed by him. So two of the biggest threats on the planet show up at your front door.
My nigga.
Terrifying as fuck.
That's just like if FedEx and UPS shows up
At the same time. And start brawling.
it's like same day delivery. And honestly, at one point, it did kind of look like Zarbon was close.
He did for a little bit.
And then this nigga, Krillin, always thinking,
It was like, yo,
we need to run.
opportunity. These two niggas are full-blown brawling as Bulma is behind like, oh my
like,
God,
no.
he's so beautiful.
She was like, no, this fine nigga gonna save me. Shut up, bitch. Grabbed her hand, started running. Vegeta in mid-fight. shot a beam and said, my nigga, I'm paying attention to you, my nigga. Don't do that shit.
He's like, what? We did. Fuck.
He's like, well, you got an extra seat, Boma? Let's just watch. They was going the fuck in, bro.
They was rocking the planet.
Yeah.
That shit was beautiful. And then Vegeta was like, why you still bullshitting? You couldn't handle me the first fight in this form. Go ahead and get ugly. Zarbon, being stubborn at first, he was like, I'm not doing that. I can take you as is. Then he had a vision of Frieza. He was like, Zarbon, you have an hour. He was like, fuck, it's already been fucking 47 minutes. Gotta transform.
He said, bro, and I'm supposed to bring this nigga back alive?
Exactly.
Like, and just before even somebody saying something, you can tell Frieza really did have like a fondness towards Vegeta.
Absolutely. Like, you can tell that from the fucking daydream that Gildo had later on.
But that's what I'm saying. Before we even knew about that, you can tell he had a fondness towards Vegeta because he'd have killed anybody else.
Absolutely.
It wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been no waiting.
He would have just said, Zarbon, go kill him.
Yes.
He clearly had some admiration or something for him. I mean, when you have a soldier who is willing to always be on the front lines, you form some type of camaraderie or something with him. Man. Versus the niggas who are always on your right side.
I don't know about that. Because talk to Griffith. He did have a fondness for Gus, but he didn't want to admit that shit. But that's a whole different anime, which I'm going to rewatch.
I mean, I feel like that's why he liked the Ginyu Force so much. They weren't always right there. They were off conquering planets on their own.
They was efficient, and they had a competent leader.
Exactly.
So, and he was the one that can rein them niggas in. So, of course, he had a fondness towards them because they got the job, like, and it was very, like, sufficient, very effective, and concise. Never took long.
Like, I like the soldier that's always just willing to be out there, too. Like, I ain't seen Vegeta in half a year, and he came back stronger. I like that.
Yeah. So
if it wasn't for the fact that you're a traitor or scum, I would have you at my side. So, hey, I like you, my nigga.
In the middle of that shit, bro, boy, how he finished off fucking Zarbon was brutal.
Yeah, so Zarbon finally decides to transform. And for a while, they are going back and forth very little bit.
Yeah, because he did hit off on Vegeta like one good time. But Vegeta was definitely getting the upper hand. But it was one time when he shot the beam and like Vegeta had to react immediately with a beam to at least like brace it. And then after that, nigga, Vegeta was like, my nigga, you don't even realize that you caused your own demise. When you healed me, I got stronger than you, dumbass.
Exactly. Like back to that biology lesson again.
And then
I'm a Saiyan. There's a reason why Frieza was scared of our whole race.
Yeah, he wasn't scared of one person, but as a collective, yeah, we was a problem.
How you think every time we came back from missing limbs, them shits grew back and we were stronger?
Now, I'll admit though, I ain't really get into this like the fight too much because a bridge smoked it, so I didn't really go into there because that fight with Zarbon and Vegeta on the bridge was hilarious.
I don't even remember it.
That nigga said, I'm about to blow a load all over your insides. Huh? No homo. I was like, oh, that was so fucking tough. So fucking tough. That's why I really didn't get into it because I was just like, nah. I don't know how to say that word properly, but, you know, me talking about that, I'm paying, what is it, homage or homage, however you say it.
Who cares? We know what we're talking about.
I'm paying Homer. He was like, nah, completely wrong. But yeah, he took out like
you know what's crazy?
Zarbon got shot in that water. I died laughing. He had to clean yourself off. I'm like, damn.
You know what's so crazy? As Vegeta has his fist in Zarbon's guts, Zarbon is like, we can take Frieza together. What do you think you're gonna do at this point? You know you're dead, right? There is no we're taking anything at this point. You're dead.
He was like, bro, you shudder every time you say Frieza. I got my hand in your stomach and you said we can take Frieza. I felt you shake. You're not. No,
I felt your whole spine drop. I'm holding you up right now.
Facts.
Like, who the fuck you think this is? Take this. He walked to Krillin like, so where were we? As if he didn't just have a full-blown battle royale at their front door.
He said, where were we? You rang the doorbell.
He's like, you can give me the Dragon Ball or I can torture the blue-haired bitch. What you want to do?
I'm going to hold this Dragon Ball. Yeah. This bitch deserve it.
Fuck this bitch.
This bitch deserve it.
She was only good for navigating us here, and we don't even have a ship anymore.
And her dad put the coordinates in.
Exactly. She pressed a button.
No, he didn't do it. She did it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just playing. So what happened after that?
He gave him the ball. Vegeta flew off, beat up Gohan.
And Gohan. Then they were just like, bro, we just lost the Dragon Ball, bro. We ain't got no hope. And hopefully Gohan did something. Gohan pulled up with the Dragon Ball. They was like, nigga, how'd you get that? He's like, bro, If I'm being real, bro, had the fucking Dragon Ball, who pulled up on me? Vegeta, got scared, flew away, brought the bitch here. He was like, yeah. He said, that actually happened?
More or less.
He said, I looked at Vegeta and I was like, bitch. He's like, you did that? Yeah. Yeah.
Sure did. So we should probably go.
And then he was just like, all right. And Bone was like, all right, can y'all take me with you? Yeah. Go on, let's go to Guru. Took off. Y'all bitch niggas.
No, they actually did leave that spot though, because Vegeta got to those Dragon Balls, set the one he had down, went to go get the one that Gohan stole, and realized quickly Gohan stole that shit.
And out of nowhere, you just see the water bubbling.
Evaporated a lake.
That nigga was pissed off.
Supercharged back to the spot, and them niggas weren't there no more. And the second time now that they left Bulma by her fucking self, when they shouldn't be doing that, Krillin was like, yeah, I'm gonna take this little kid to go get his full potential unlocked because he has way more potential than I do. Let's go to Guru. Leave this bitch behind.
And this bitch could not even babysit a Dragon Ball correctly.
How you lose a Dragon Ball that's standing still beside you is crazy.
Yeah, and then you drop it in water. First off, I'd be like, bitch, why you ain't just get in the water? As soon as that bitch went in the water, that shit went deep in the lake. I was like, oh yeah, I wouldn't have went for that either.
You know what's crazy? So Namekian water isn't like a beach where it's like, it slowly becomes a slope that slopes down. That shit just is a nosedive cliff.
A violent drop.
And that's where the Dragon Ball went.
Like that Dragon Ball didn't even hit the bottom and you seen a whole ecosystem. I'm like, oh my God. Y'all got healthy, full-grown Lapras Pokemon in this bitch. Because then she pulled out the little ship to go down there, right? She seen that Lapras. She was like, oh, no, that nigga real. Then she see the Dragon Ball. She's like, oh, there's a Dragon Ball. Then you saw a Pearl. You are one of the richest people in the fucking world. The only reason why you want that is because you want to stun on hoes. That's it.
Right? Got the biggest pearl in the world, bigger than her head, sitting on the side of her face as an earring.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, stop.
So she go over there, tries to pull the pearl out, and causes a calamity.
You're an idiot. We don't have cameras. Stop doing shit that they can't see.
I just hit the Dr. Evil.
You're a dumbass.
He said, I want $1 million. Nigga, that's it?
You know what year it is? You've been frozen for like 50 years, bro.
That ain't shit.
Inflation is crazy.
$100 million. Like,
That's better. Golf clap.
So she ends up trying to pull the pearl. The clam took off, and then it sucked her into this whirlpool underground.
Where the Dragon Ball actually was.
On the back of the biggest crustacean in the fucking universe.
That shit was a fucking Dark Souls boss.
Yeah.
And that's
she
shit.
walking up, she was like, oh, the Dragon Ball. She looked, that don't say, whoa, what the fuck is that noise? A boss music?
She just see a fucking boss health bar pop up over top of her, like, fuck.
Then you hear the Skyrim. You're like, oh shit. Sure enough, crushed her fucking ship. Barely made that shit out. And then she was in like a Mega Man costume. I was like, oh, that's hard. Cause she definitely, nigga, she was controlling the fuck out that shit.
How she did that is crazy. It only had 2 joysticks. Yet she could move arms, legs, torso.
Bro, dynamic movement.
Like how she like niggas with forklifts who certified in it.
Bro, facts.
Them niggas be smooth with them forklifts.
Yeah, don't even be looking back, have a cigarette and on the phone.
Exactly. How you multitasking a multitask?
How you driving so good and you having an argument on the phone?
Bitch, I told you take the chicken out.
You're like, hey, don't drop that pallet. Nigga, I ain't dropping shit.
It's toilet paper. Shut up, Tyrone.
Fuck out of here, nigga. Get your pallet and reorganize your shit. You see them Pepsis up there fucked up.
Exactly. Them shits are not stacked evenly.
Like,
all it takes is a sneeze and this warehouse is flooded.
Yeah, see, I do my shit right. You gotta have that shit organized perfectly. You can't put a pallet on top of that shit. So this
nigga has never played Jenga.
Yeah, fuck no. Dumbass nigga. So she ends up doing all this shit. I don't know where the crustacean just stopped. She was like, what the fuck? All right, nigga, let's go. I'm about to shoot the shit out you. She was like, oh, these bitches is hatching. That's hard. That's why you was going ham on that nigga. All right. Bet, let me get this Dragon Ball. Let me get the fuck out this water.
And as the title of the episode says, Bulma's Big Day. Soon as she makes it to landfall and is cradling the Dragon Ball, 2 scouts show up. And it's like, so where the rest of the Dragon Balls at, bitch? Ah!
I don't know. Well, tell that to Lord Frieza. Nigga, that would make anybody scared. He was like, bro, y'all already stronger than me. Just interrogate me.
She was scared as fuck because as they kidnapped her and were taking her to Frieza, she had daydreams of all the adventures she had in Dragon Ball and was like, those were good times. You are in danger all of those times, and it was the situation she was in that moment was so dangerous that those look like good times.
She was just like, she was like, wait a minute, is my life flashing before me, nigga? I'm out of here. She started going buck wild.
Punched that nigga in his 2 front teeth and he dropped her ass. Then scooped her right the fuck back up.
She's like, bitch, what is your problem?
Dropped her ass in the crater and was like, you gonna tell us what them Dragon Balls at?
She was just like, why are y'all giving it to Frieza anyway? Y'all know that the reason why they getting the Dragon Balls is because you can get a wish from the dragon. Stop lying. I'm not lying. Why do you think everybody's looking for them right now?
Think about it. He's already the strongest being in the universe. What else would he want from this?
You make a good point. I'm gonna ask you one more again. Where's the Dragon Balls? Oh, it was in the water I was in. Let's go. She was like, I can't breathe underwater.
What's that?
The hatch still open, bitch.
It's still wet. Mm-hmm. You were in there. Let's go.
She go down there, bro. These niggas raw dog in ocean water.
Crazy.
They had no mask.
Especially the lizard dude. He didn't have a mask on at all. He was just down that bitch free falling.
That nigga wasn't holding his breath because he was talking and breathing down that bitch.
Exactly. Like, that's not how crocodiles work.
I was like, all right. So she go down there and she was like, all right, it's in that cave right there. Set them niggas up. That big ass crab dropping more eggs.
She was like, yeah, you see, it's hundreds of Dragon Balls. You can make hundreds of wishes. They get down there, start plucking them shits. That fucking mama bear ass crab start boxing them niggas up.
Mm-hmm. She finally get out. She's like, thank God. And then them niggas showed up still.
Yeah, she grabbed the Dragon Ball, escaped. They show right the fuck back up. With company. Because that crab did not let them go.
Pulled them niggas back underwater.
Where they are till this day.
R.I.P. my nigga. He said, R.I.P. Crocker Rock. Crocker Rock. That was my nigga. So after that, you see, I think you see Gohan and... First off, this is why I say that Krillin was flying slow because they didn't want to show their power level. Gohan getting impatient and shit.
It was... What they said, it was days.
2 days, nigga. They flew for days.
They were taking a lunch break. Namek is big as fuck.
Yeah.
That it took them days and they still hadn't made it to Gurus yet.
And he was like, shit, nigga, we still got a ways to go. He was like, man, fuck. He was like, all right, bro. We probably far as a bitch away from Vegeta. Let's fight faster.
You know what's funny now I'm thinking about it? If they had just taken their time, Goku would have made it there without them interacting with the Ginyu Force at all. Just fine, because they know they kept their power levels low. So Ginyu Force wouldn't have picked up on them at all.
Oh, they got scouters, nigga.
They still wouldn't have picked up on them, would it?
Yeah, them niggas used them scouters and got far away. They found Guru on that bitch.
Because when Krillin and Gohan and Bulma first got on Namek, they kept their power levels low enough that they didn't pick them up on the scouters.
They picked them up.
Once they dipped it down all the way, they didn't pick them up anymore.
They still would have found them.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, them scouters still gonna be like, oh.
Because the only reason why the Ginyu Force picked them up in the first place because they was mid-flight.
That's true, because they just found the 3 power levels. But my nigga, like, even when Frieza was saying like, oh, like they was like, oh shit, we can't make the wish. I remember one of the little old niggas was just like, no, nigga, this ain't gonna work. And he was like, damn, I didn't pick that shit up then. He's like, all right, well, let's look around. They looked and they found Guru on that shit. That nigga ain't got no power level. That nigga fighting for his life.
Nail does.
I'm about to say Nail does, but you know, it's still he even said that they was able to like mask their presence. He's like, I don't know how we ain't catch these niggas, but because they must have masked their presence very well. So they would have caught them.
Guru was like, I'm dying, fuck it.
He's like, bro, his nigga power level fluctuating.
It's like every breath requires that I use all of my strength.
Bro, fighting for his life. So Gohan and Krillin show up. They was flying, and then they was like, bro, Vegeta is gaining on us, nigga.
Yeah, because they were confident. They were like, man, we halfway across the planet right now. Then Vegeta's not going to pick that up. The second they use energy, Vegeta picks up immediately. And he was smart because he was like, they have a dragon radar. They'll be able to detect where these Dragon Balls are. I should sit here. And he sat there for 2 days. And you know why I know that? Because when they get back later on, you see a skeleton right next to where the Dragon Balls are. He was sitting there for that whole time.
He patient, bro.
Eating random Namekian animals.
So Vegeta starts taking off the Guru, and Krillin was just like, bro, I'll hold them off. You go in there and unlock your power. He's like, I don't think I really got no power. Shut the fuck up and go in there, bro. You
What did I
waste
just
too
tell
much
you?
time.
Like, who beat Raditz? Shut up and get in there.
Yeah, he's like, you're Goku, son, and you're a fucking Saiyan. I had hidden power. Go, nigga.
I'm double my strength right now, and you're still as strong as me right now. Imagine what you can do. Get in there.
So Gohan go in that motherfucker, and then Vegeta pull up on Krillin. They just talking it out and shit, and then out of nowhere, like, I loved that animation of Gohan. Like, first you just see it's just power. And then when it really unlocked, I loved how that looked. It was like,
It was a surge.
yeah, that it looked like that, and it was a very good representation of that. And this nigga said, "Y'all got Kakarot sleeping in the motherfucking building. Get out there!"
And that was so crazy. I was like, he reminded him of Goku? That's crazy.
Well, my thing is, he probably is as strong as Goku in Saiyan Saga after that boost.
They actually, when they're fighting the Ginyu Force, he says when Gohan shot a Masenko at Raccoon, he hit like over 20,000. So yeah, he was as strong as Goku right then. So that's why he's like, Kakarot was here the whole time and y'all ain't say shit. This nigga must be precise at masking his energy.
Like,
We've been here a week.
He's like, get out the motherfucking crib, nigga. This nigga, Gohan walked out. He said, the fuck?
When? How?
He was like, no, y'all niggas is bitching, nigga. How the fuck y'all get? What in the fuck is that?
They feel the Ginyu Force approaching the planet. It's not. They're not even on the planet. They feel them in the stratosphere, approaching the planet.
He was like, no. It's something. It ain't them. It's one power level 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck. They were just like, bro, shut the fuck up. We're gonna use the Dragon Balls, bro. Let me be immortal. He was like, fuck no.
Of all why are you still on that? You're not about to con us into you being immortal.
It was like, nah, because we're only gonna use a wish to get you immortal. And they was like, but then use the other wishes.
Other wishes?
What you say, Screwdriver? He was like, Screwdriver. He was like, oh, the Namekian Dragon Balls, you can do 3 wishes. Well, I'll be damned. All right. Well, then we'll use the one on this nigga. Let's go. Them 3 niggas took off running. Flying, excuse me.
And the most mismatched fucking team up in Dragon Ball history.
Yeah, that shit was like the band of the short niggas.
I was trying to tell you, when Vegeta is the tallest in your group, there's a problem. Because that nigga is damn near the shortest Z fighter.
Oh, damn near. Only nigga he got is Krillin and Chaozu.
I don't even count Chaozu.
Oh, speaking of which, while they on King Kai's planet, all these niggas made King Kai laugh.
Oh, because what happens? As Goku is training, King Kai reaches out to him and tells him, yeah, all your other friends made it here. Even Chaozu. Which
and then Yamcha,
they said even Chaozu.
And then Yamcha was just like, shit, nigga, I had to catch up to Chaozu.
Exactly.
So Chaozu probably, he got more telekinesis than them anyway. So
I was going to say, he is telekinetic. That's the only thing he has.
So when he get there, he says all of them have to make him laugh. I forgot Yamcha's joke and Tien's.
It was good enough.
So made him laugh. And then like Piccolo was like, but I'm not doing this dumbass shit. They all ended up making him laugh. And then now they had to go chase Bubbles. Piccolo like, I'm not doing this stupid ass shit.
He sat in one place and meditated as he heard all this fun commencing
These niggas
around him.
These niggas going, then out of nowhere, you see Piccolo walking up with Bubbles. That was hard as fuck. He was just like, yeah, now train me now. He was like, well, you didn't do the first thing. He said, well, I'm tired of all this fucking monkey business. He was like, that was cool, my nigga. You good, you passed.
Like, what?
That's all it took.
Saying monkey business.
All right. This shit would have hit even harder if Goku was here.
Right.
Then they all training with to get Bubbles still. Yamcha got him first. Then I think Tien, then Chaozu.
Whichever order it was, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I skipped around that episode, I'm not gonna lie.
And then they ended up, they didn't take them that long to get Gregory.
They made a whole game out of Gregory. Mm-hmm. They was like, batter up.
Bro, and that's so crazy, bro. Like for Chaozu, this nigga had the bat. First off, the bat was like ridiculous amount of weight. Because when Yamcha first got it, that shit hit the ground immediately. These niggas ain't no weak niggas. They are weak niggas, but they ain't weak niggas. Mm-hmm. But when Chaozu went to go hit Gregory, bro, this nigga was like, all right, let's go. Gregory came in, 100 miles an hour. First off, this nigga Chaozu reacted to 100 mile an hour.
Swung the instant Gregory moved.
Like swung that bitch. Gregory went down. He was like, bruh, I know how to hit a slider.
Tilted that bitch down. Right at his face. Fuck
Barry
his whole
Bonds
shit
that
up.
bitch.
Send him to the other side of King Kai's planet.
That nigga even did a bat flip. That nigga.
So as all of them are still training, Piccolo's like, I've had enough of this shit. You know what? All y'all, even King Kai can jump in this if you feel like it. Fight me. The 4-on-1. King Kai's like, bro, I ain't got nothing to do with this. This is your beef. You do what you want to do.
Yeah, fight. And this nigga's handling these niggas until Chaozu jumped on his back. I know that nigga Piccolo was just like, bro, this nigga gonna blow himself up again?
Why is that Chaozu's go-to move now? I wonder who had to tell Chaozu that when he sacrificed himself, it did nothing.
No, they probably didn't tell him. It was just like,
I wouldn't.
It was like, nigga, man, you should have saw what you did in Apple.
I'm ready to say, if he had known that didn't do anything, he wouldn't have done that to Piccolo.
But no, all he was doing was just like kept like slowly damaging him, and they fucked up.
He was
Piccolo.
tickling his spine.
He's like, oh, I'm not ticklish.
Yeah, I'm not ticklish. I'm the Mechian.
And he kept trying to get him to eat some food. He was like, bro, all I need is water, my nigga. Calm the fuck down.
That nigga had a gorg of water.
Yeah. And then so
he beats them. Well, he handles them, but then they do beat him. Mm-hmm. And then they all go have lunch together.
Yeah.
Because Piccolo starts to come around.
A little bit, yeah. So then the Ginyu Force shows up. And on Frieza's ship, question for you.
What?
Who had the greatest pose?
I don't remember all of their poses, so I can't answer.
Now, Raccoon did the jump that was on the left side. He's pointing to the right. Birder did the same thing because he's on the right side and he points to the left. Not gonna lie, though. That nigga Gildo, he pounced on that bitch. That nigga said, Gildo. I was like, oh, you smoked that bitch.
That nigga had the Puss in Boot pose.
Yeah, smoked that bitch. He said, I'll pounce on that fuck ass nigga. And then Jace, though. Jace jump was tough. Now, if you watch it, the regular one, he was just like, oh, ugh. I'm Jace. And motherfucking Ocean's dub. That nigga said, ow, I'm Jace. I was like, ah.
You know, when I was watching that part, my girl was like, are there any straight Dragon Ball Z villains at all?
Yes.
I was like, I mean,
the one that is straight is actually perfect.
I mean, you can make an argument. When that nigga gets into his final form.
No, he was just classy. He ain't do nothing zesty for real. Except for
that nigga was evaluating his nails while Krillin was beating his neck in.
I definitely needed a massage for this fight.
But yeah, they all meet up with Frieza, and Frieza's like,
Frieza was so embarrassed when these niggas was doing
that nigga
the pose.
was blushing.
That was embarrassment blush.
This nigga is purple and blushing.
He was like, I rely on these niggas.
Hey, yes, you do.
Mm-hmm. and Captain Ginyu pose was very wild. That nigga said, and I'm back shot.
He's like, look at my gooch.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't it flawless?
But then the pose at the end, like with I love Jace's jump, but the little jump that Gildo was doing, holding his fist, that shit looked tough. I like the short nigga got the motherfucking poses.
These niggas don't train a day, haven't trained a day in their lives.
Shit,
besides their poses, they at home they watch reruns of fucking Bring It On.
Mm-hmm. So in the midst of this, Vegeta, Gohan, and I was about to say Piccolo and Krillin flying to get the last Dragon Ball from Bulma,
panicking
because
they're like, oh my god, they opened their ships. They're here. They'll be with us any minute now. We got to get there.
And Bulma's sitting over here reading like Source magazine.
With the Dragon Ball tied to her ankles, like, I'm not making that mistake again.
That nigga Krillin pulled up. He was like, sorry, bitch, you can't explain. We're about to leave. All right, let's go. She was like, what the fuck is Krillin and Vegeta doing some dumbass shit? Vegeta, nigga?
Why are they together?
I'm gonna finish reading my mag because this shit is crazy. This nigga Vegeta, Gohan, and Krillin show up at the other Dragon Balls, right? He's running. He dropped the 6th one by the other 5. And then these niggas just sitting there holding it. He said, bro, stop bullshitting.
Give me the ball.
Let's get these motherfucking dragon out here, nigga. He take a while to get out anyway. I'm like, nigga, let's do this shit now. He was like, I don't know, bro. Now that I'm thinking about this shit,
it's kind of wild.
This is stupid if we give you immortality, nigga.
Like, what's that gonna accomplish?
He was like, no. He said, give me like 5 seconds to think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 niggas dropped.
Yep. And those 5 seconds, each one of the Ginyu Force members show up.
And then that's when I really was upset with Krillin and Gohan, but it's understandable why they had to second guess that.
I mean, it is if it wasn't for the fact that the Ginyu Force did show up in those seconds that they were hesitating, it was valid. You are giving your greatest adversary full power. This is questionable. I mean, if they didn't give it to him, he was gonna take it because he was gonna beat their asses.
He ain't had the time then.
No, he didn't.
Because the Ginyu Force pulled up on these niggas, did their pose, which was 10 out of 10.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you how effective these niggas are. They just got to the planet, and then Captain Ginyu was already bringing the fucking Dragon Balls back to Frieza.
It was not even 30 minutes of them being on the planet, and they got all 7 Dragon Balls.
My nigga. Yeah.
They were there. Everybody else was there for a week and didn't have all the Dragon Balls, and they got it as soon as they landed. Mm-hmm. This is why they're Frieza's favorite.
Captain Ginyu just seen all the 7. Well, first off, saw the 5. Vegeta was holding one. Krillin was holding one. Mm-hmm. This nigga Vegeta was just like, okay, y'all niggas think that y'all gonna just get what y'all want? Y'all ain't getting shit through that bitch.
The next second,
bro, Birder moved so fast that he flew, retrieved it, landed back on the ground the same time as Vegeta, and Vegeta didn't turn around and look at him yet. That's how fast Birder was.
That nigga did that shit. Moved so fast. In the middle of Vegeta gasping as he was finishing the throw, Birder had already caught the Dragon Ball.
When Vegeta toe hit the ground, Birder was already back in formation.
Posing with the Dragon Ball in hand.
Mm-hmm. And like, then Vegeta is just a very adapting type of person, because as soon as he realized that, he was just like, break the last one, Krillin. Krillin went straight forward, and then it was gone.
And it was in Gildo's hand.
Nasty ass hands.
Sweaty. Mm-hmm. Sweaty ass palm having ass boy. I realized too, he was the only one without a scouter, because this nigga ain't got nowhere to put it.
No.
He got eyes on the side of his fucking head. Where he gonna put the scouter?
That nigga crazy as a bitch. That's the type of nigga you can't talk behind his back because he can see you.
He can read your lips behind his head.
Mm-hmm, that's crazy as a bitch.
That's nasty.
But then, like, when they first showed up, you see Gildo like in deep thought, because he's thinking about how the beef he got with Vegeta.
He really does, because even he knew Vegeta. I mean, that Frieza favored Vegeta. Mm-hmm. He was like, "You ain't shit, Vegeta. I'm in the Ginyu Force now, nigga. What you got? Dead race. That's what you got, bitch ass nigga." Frieza blasts his ass in the back like, "Yo, stop talking shit to my subordinate like that."
And I love how Vegeta was talking. He said, "Bruh, what the fuck are you talking about, little ass nigga, bro? You shorter than me." He said, "You on your tippy toes, you come to my belly button. Fuck is wrong with you, nigga?"
Frieza was like, "Vegeta, come with me. We're gonna go conquer some shit."
And he was like, "By your command, Lord Frieza." Frieza took off. He said, "You still on the ground?" And then took off running. This nigga just wanted just a stun on him before he ran off.
Gildo daydreamed that shit, got pissed off, said, "Captain Ginyu, can I please have this one? Please, pretty please."
He was like, "All right, my nigga. Well, I do got to report back to Lord Frieza, but you remember what he said? Get the Dragon Balls there, bring Vegeta back alive." Mm-hmm. They're like, "Bet, we got this shit. We cool. We
do what you want with the other two. I don't give a fuck about them. I don't even know what race they are."
Yeah,
have a ball. Yeah. I feel like if he would have known Gohan was Saiyan, he would have had a different attitude about it.
It's a possibility.
At least in that moment. Like, obviously, later on, he knows Gohan is Saiyan, but at that point, he's like, "I'm killing everybody and everything on this planet. I don't care anymore." Mm-hmm. But I feel like if he had known, he would have had a second thought about it. It's like, another potential Saiyan? I could use this.
I'm about to say, after Gildo died, he probably could have put Gohan
like,
there.
We need another member of the Ginyu Force. Mm-hmm. Grow that tail back, boy. It's game time.
Yep,
facts. You conquering some shit.
Facts. Put him in the healing tank. That shit might grow faster.
Right.
Yeah. So he goes with the fucking 7 Dragon Balls back to Lord Frieza. And this nigga Gohan thinking he tough. He said, "Take this, big boy." Vegeta said, "Stop, nigga.
The fuck do you think this is?
You finna miss. And you wasting energy."
His power level is 5 times yours, by the way. Like, look at what he's doing right now. Can you do that? He is telekinesing himself in Dragon Balls away from us.
He's like, "Yeah,
what do you think he's gonna do to you?
Don't do that shit." He's like, we already got problems on our hands, my nigga.
There are 4 other ones, and one of them caught a Dragon Ball mid-throw.
You think that you gonna be able to catch this nigga Ginyu and he's stronger than that nigga?
Exactly.
All right, we need to fight, so let's get ready. All right, we all got to stick together. These niggas playing rock, paper, scissors.
Vegeta, Gohan, and Krillin are trying to like, all right, so what's our battle strategy? The Ginyu Force is rock, paper, and scissors to see who's going to torture them first.
He's like, who gets Vegeta? Raccoon, the dumb nigga, wins.
And you know what's crazy? As they're rock, paper, scissoring, Krillin is like, are we sure we can't just take these niggas? I feel like we can confidently take these. Look at what they're doing right now. They're playing children's games.
I hope that game lasts longer. It's like, I hope they
maybe if they keep doing it, they'll do it and eventually have to have consecutive tiebreakers. We're fine.
Then these niggas won. They're like, oh my God.
No.
And they were just like, all right, bro, Gildo won. So now he get to fight against Krillin and Gohan. And then he was just like, all right, time for me to babysit. I got to fight 2 children. Krillin said, Gohan, turn up the heat. That charged shit did look hard.
It really did. That shit had Gildo shaking a little bit.
Even the other people who had the scouters, it was like, oh shit, these niggas are actually decent. So these niggas run up on Gildo. Vegeta already told him. He was just like, hey, you see he can do that time free shit.
Don't fight him head on.
Don't fight him head on. Come up with a plan.
Them niggas said, the plan is, there is no plan.
No, I ain't gonna even lie. The first plan they did was hard because they both shot a beam at the same time. And then when the beam got close, they teleported there. So you're thinking they're still behind that beam.
Yeah, unfortunately, Gildo can freeze time.
And then he froze time. He was like, damn, them beams almost hit me. He was
And
like,
then
all
you
right.
look up, see a blur of them niggas like, damn, them niggas fast. He
like,
took off.
He said, they quick as a bitch. What the fuck is they? Them niggas right there. I'm like, oh shit. Oh my gosh.
This nigga's just hard ass. To be sprinting away while holding your breath is crazy, by the way. That's why I was like, if he just had better cardio, he would be a serious problem. He already was, but if he had proper cardio,
only reason why he was on the Ginyu Force is because he had time freeze. That nigga's
Yes.
power level was like 7,500.
Gohan could take him before any training.
Man, he would lose to a Cyberman.
He was one.
I'm about to say, yeah, he was the only one that changed.
He's a diabetic Cyberman.
So that's hilarious.
So that nigga just obese Cyberman. That's crazy.
So, and then it tells you how confident the Ginyu Force is because these niggas started taking bets. Ginyu was like, bro, he gonna handle these kids in 1 minute. He was like, I bet a chocolate bar on that shit. And it was like, all right, that's stupid, but okay. Oh, and first off, I wanted to bring this up. By the time the Ginyu Force showed up to fight against them, Goku was almost at Namek.
He was. You could literally see Namek.
The Ginyu Force fucked these niggas up in 10 minutes.
They did, because the ship literally told Goku, all right, you 10 minutes out, get ready.
And Goku literally stood in one spot just looking for 20 minutes.
And the time it took Goku to get there, the Ginyu Force landed, found them, fucked them up. in that amount of time.
That's crazy
That's
work.
nuts.
So then they keep trying to fuck up Gildo, and Gildo is doing everything he can to fucking get away from these niggas. These niggas shot a beam on him while he was on the ground. This nigga commando rolled from that bitch. This nigga Gildo is fighting for his life. And then these niggas was just like, bruh, it's past a minute. Give me the chocolate bar. He was like, bruh, stop playing with these niggas, Gildo.
Right before we come in there.
He's like, we come in there, nigga, you gonna be off the Ginyu Force and
Right.
the bowling team. Not bowling.
Not the ball. I'm this grand champion. My low center of gravity makes me effective at bowling.
Yeah, facts. So they go like soon as he started getting upset because they said they're gonna take him off the Ginyu Force. These niggas did what Vegeta told them not to do. Do not fly in head first.
Soon as they did that, mind bend. Froze them niggas in place.
Mm-hmm. He said, yeah, now what y'all gonna do? He flew up to Gohan. He was like, yeah, now nigga, you stuck. You can't move. What you say about my mama? Raccoon like, oh, he doing that same shit saying that they talk about his mama. Raccoon was just like, yeah, he always does that shit. Everything got quiet. It was like, hey, Raccoon, on a slow night? No. How about a raccoon night? Nigga, it's the same word. He said, I already know what you asking. But you wouldn't smash his mama on a slow night. Hell no, nigga, the bitch look just like him. The fuck no, I ain't gonna do that.
What you say about my mama? It didn't even come from me.
Bro, then he went to Krillin and made that nigga look like a monkey, kept pulling his ears out. I was like, bro, what is this doing to help the fight?
Nothing.
And then this nigga said, I'm about to show you my second strongest technique. Pebble throw. He was like,
Road rash.
He was like, oh, stop doing this shit. And they was like, bruh, I swear, finish the fucking fight. Either we gonna jump in if you don't. And he was like, all right, what?
Fine shit.
This nigga got pulled a tree out the ground, shaved that bitch down.
Y'all are about to get the meanest splinters in history.
Bruh. Then he threw that shit straight at fucking Krillin's dome. And then like right when it was like close to Krillin's face, off with your head. Like Sephiroth took that shit clean off.
That shit was so clean. I'm surprised that nigga was still talking though.
No, the thing that was impressive and it shows you like how quick they move. That fucking tree was traveling fast to go to Krillin. That tree was like damn near in his face and he still had the ability to dodge it and it wasn't like it scratched his face. He dodged it completely. So that tells you like, you know, we always see like they ain't really moving that fast because it's showing that it's a little slower. That shows you right there how fast they actually go.
Yeah, because Gildo was killed right in time for them to dodge it. And in the second that Gildo got killed and the mind bending stopped, Krillin moved. That shit was quick.
And then I ain't gonna lie, I was like, damn, bro, he got his head cut off in the worst way because like when he first got his head cut off, his mouth was open still. I was like, damn, they got your ass. They got you. And then this nigga started talking shit, bro. I would have been so scared.
Right? Like, use this nigga as a fucking Halloween decoration.
Bro, straight the
He
fuck
already
up.
ugly enough for it. Now he talking too? Put that on the porch.
He's like, my nigga, I'm about to kill it. I'm about to kill it, bro. I'm about to scare the shit out of children.
Right?
And then Vegeta just shot him in the face, sent him to another dimension. And they was like, good job, Vegeta. I really didn't give a fuck about saving y'all. Our best chance of survival was all three of us being alive. I was not saving y'all because I fuck with y'all.
They really were like, thank God Vegeta's on our side. I'm not on your side. I just need y'all.
He said, this is just the best effective way for my survival.
There are still 3 other ones. 3 of us, 3 of them. Fair fight, right? Raccoon said, huh? In what universe? Watch this.
Raccoon was like, my turn. Vegeta was just like, I'm about to violently power up.
You sent me that clip of in the ocean up him powering up in that moment. That shit sound grueling.
And
that
then
shit was crazy.
The voice actor for Vegeta, I ain't gonna even lie, even on the Crunchyroll one was decent, but on Oceans it was hard.
I will give you that. That shit sound. The sound effects and everything sound grueling.
Yeah.
That nigga sound like he was going through something.
And then as soon as he charged up, flew at that nigga Raccoon, punched him in his shit, broke the motherfucking scouter off his face.
Came back at him, broke through his armor.
Punched this nigga away, and then he was like, say goodbye. Ah! Thinking it was cool. Everything is sweet. And then Gohan was like, yeah, we got another one. Krillin was like, yeah, you did it, Vegeta. They was like, oh, I sent something. That settles this nigga pose. This nigga said, hi. I was like, what? This nigga Raccoon, bro. I thought that shit was so hard.
Imagine how terrifying that is. You just blitzed the nigga. Thought you did something, and he's posing with his ass out at you. This is about to be a tragedy. And it was.
And I think he like hit Vegeta, then hit him in the air. And then when he was going to hit him down, Vegeta's recovery was tough because he was hitting him to a boulder. While flying down, he fucking two-handed the boulder to backflip to land on his feet. Raccoon was still there. Oh my gosh, Raccoon beat the shit out this nigga.
He beat his ass. That was one of Vegeta's more grueling ass beatings. That shit was devastating.
After he did that, he hit Vegeta into the water. And then he was just like, you washed off enough, Vegeta? Vegeta flew up into Raccoon's stomach.
That really was a good strategy as well.
Because, yeah, he can't sense power.
Yeah, so let me travel where you can't see me so I can get a sneak attack off. Raccoon dumbass was acting. He's like, oh, damn, you got me good, Vegeta. Sight. I missed you, by the way, buddy. It's good seeing you again as he's about to power drive the fuck out of him.
And the thing about it is every time somebody does that little power driver, they usually fly down and then fly away. This nigga Raccoon went down with you. Cause this nigga Vegeta was like, no! I was like, facts, dog. You about to be different after this. Bruh, this nigga flew like dumb high to do a fucking power driver like that.
Full power fly down too. So that shit to us looked like it was maybe 30 seconds. That shit was 1 second from sky to ground.
Slammed this nigga hard as a bitch in the ground. Then picked a Vegeta. He's like, oh, isn't this cool? And then this nigga shot him in the face, like fake like he was done. Shot him in the face and make him let go. And everybody like, oh, they beat him. It's so funny. If you listen to that part very closely, when he shot him in his face and Raccoon was flying back, you hear Raccoon say, oh. I was like, shut the fuck up, nigga. And then it was like, they killed him. I was like, he said, ow, he's alive.
That dust settles again and he has a nice bald fade.
Clean jump too.
He was like, I've been meaning to go to the barber. Thank you so much, Vegeta.
I appreciate that shit. Vegeta just like, fuck, man. I don't even know what to fucking do.
I have
and he was
nothing
just like,
left in me.
He was like, okay, since I'm done with you, I'm about to erase you. Raccoon, erase our guy. Oh, first off, I laughed at Raccoon. Because he was just like when he first fought Vegeta, he said, Raccoon, kick that nigga. And then L dropping that nigga down. That nigga said, Raccoon, boom. I was like, nigga, why are you naming punches and kicks? I'm like, get the fuck up out of here.
He was a space Hercule.
Bro, facts.
Dynamite kick.
Bro, but that and after that, when he shot that racer gun at him, Vegeta probably was not gonna dodge that.
No, he wasn't.
He was
trying. He was trying to step out of the way. No, he wasn't moving fast enough.
Bro, you was catching a mean, like one of your arms and legs was gone.
Yeah, you were gonna be done.
So he does that, and then Gohan, because Krillin was just like, "Hey, bro, we got to get in here, my nigga, because
like we're gonna die anyway. We might as well die fighting. Yeah, let's be men about our deaths."
Yeah, so he was like, "All right, let's go in. Let's go." Krillin goes to fly to go to Raccoon. Gohan barely gets to Vegeta
to save him.
And while he was shooting his beam, this nigga Krillin hit him in his head to make him bite down on his beam. And I'm gonna tell you this, it wasn't really spoken about that much, but when it comes to teamwork, I think that Krillin and Gohan are number 2 when it comes to teamwork.
Absolutely.
Because when they was fighting Gildo, they were very coordinated.
Mm-hmm. Wait, who would be number 1 then?
17 and 18. Yep. Yeah, their teamwork was next level.
Unparalleled.
Mm-hmm. And I'll say Birder and Jace is number 3.
I can see that.
They had like special attacks together. So then Raccoon is laying on the ground after biting his own beam and shit.
Missing teeth.
And Vegeta was just like, "You stupid fucks."
Gohan's like, "But I saved you. Clearly you are frail, soft, human-like, because if you had a real strategy, both of y'all would have went after him. He's not going to drop his guard again.
This is it. That was our last chance.
That was y'all's chance to get rid of one of the most powerful members of the Ginyu Force. Now we're fucked." And you see Raccoon smiling through the holes in his teeth.
He said, "I would be mad, but I know a good dentist."
Proceeds to spin kick Krillin's face off.
Oh my gracious, bro.
And they sent this nigga flying.
That's the one that I fucked up on, because I remember on a previous conversation I said that Cell did that. That was Raccoon. Raccoon hit his shit. He smelt in his head one time. He was like, "Fuck, it was supposed to be 3.
And Raccoon was like, my form must be off. Normally when I do that, niggas' heads fly off. Huh?
I was like, Jesus, bro, you practiced that?
Gohan went to Krillin, was like, "Are you all right?"
He was like, "Come on, Krillin, talk to me. Talk to me." He said, "What on his knee? Operation." Like, oh,
this nigga Krillin spit out a vertebrae.
Bro, this nigga brain was still bouncing in his head. He was like, Krillin, get it together. I wonder if Namek sea moss is better for your body." I was like, bro, he gone, bro. Don't
He's
listen.
like, "They have 3 sons. That has to work, right?"
He was just like, "All right, Krillin, I'm gonna leave you here, but I'm about to go fuck this nigga up." This nigga Krillin was like, "I'm a gigolo, spending lots of dough." And I was like, damn, this nigga gone.
You out of there.
This nigga was out. He is not helping in this fight no more. This nigga Gohan thinking he that nigga.
He flew in at Raccoon. Well, he powered up first, and everybody's like, "Oh, this kid's got potential. I wish I had fought him instead of Raccoon."
Kick did no damage.
He kicked him in the face, tried to throw a punch at him. Raccoon caught the punch while giggling through the kick on his face.
And then did a spinning throw.
He fucked Gohan up.
Oh my gosh, bro. If I'm being honest, that made me take away a lot, because y'all already know, like, from my redemption arc of me actually respecting Gohan.
I had a lot of respect for Gohan.
I have way more respect for Gohan after that ass whooping he took from Raccoon.
Kept getting up.
Yes.
He got hit harder than Krillin did and kept getting up.
Mm-hmm. And then he even got a couple effective punches, like, because he had that combo going on. Mm-hmm. And then he did, I felt so bad for him, because he did a strong Maseko, and he literally blew it away. Shit, and then he went back at Gohan. I'm like, damn.
I ain't never seen an attack get blown away.
I seen one get punched.
Yeah, but this nigga Raccoon's like, "Nah, I got the young lung capacity for this. Yeah. I've been practicing my backstroke."
He said, "This is what Gildo should have been doing." Kept like really fucking up Gohan.
I'll say that kid had courage though. And you know what's crazy? Who was it? Like the whole time Gohan was fighting Raccoon, he was thinking, "I gotta get everybody back. I gotta get everybody back." The only person that Bulma thought about the entire time was Yamcha. Mm-hmm. I was like, this bitch.
I'm about to say, Gohan didn't have a conversation with any of them grown ass men that he said they were friends.
Exactly.
Gohan has a really big heart, bro.
Exactly.
And then what this nigga Raccoon did a Pele kick and stopped it.
He ran at Raccoon like, "I'm gonna win no matter what. I have to. My friends."
He said, I'm going to show you a move that nobody seen me do. Falcon punch. And then it's so bad because they gave Raccoon a slow motion laugh. He said, I was like, bro, no, speed that shit up, bro. They slowed down a child's neck being broken. I really felt bad for that. And he was like, look, he's twitching.
Oh my God. Like, Frieza Force is ruthless. Bro, I said when they first landed on the planet and those scouts saw them, all you see is a woman and 2 children for you. And you shot at them. Frieza Force, from the grunts to the most elite, are all ruthless. Mm-hmm. Killed the kid.
Broke his neck, and then these niggas just like, who's next? And
then they noticed something.
It was like, oh, it looked like some Namekians came back from vacation.
Until that pod opens. Mm-hmm. They're like, what the fuck is that?
I know. It's been so many TikToks that shows up, and it was just like, yeah, this would go like Goku showing up to Namek with a JBL speaker. And like, that kept playing in my head on that part.
And I'm about to fuck up all these niggas on this planet.
Ain't this shit?
Oh my God, this next one is about to be amazing.
Yeah, the next one is so much fun because I've watched that so many times now.
Was this the first time when Goku? It's not the first time because Nappa was an example as well. But this is the first time Goku shows up and completely embarrasses a group of niggas, and that's when you know things are different now. Mm-hmm. Like, things are like, you could make the argument for Nappa, but Vegeta was still there, and Vegeta still one-on-one Goku, and in my opinion, won. But this is the first time Goku shows up and dominates to this degree, and it shows the change. That is when you knew, from this point forward, Dragon Ball Z is different.
Yeah.
There is no more just like regular hand-to-hand combat anymore. We've hit a different stratosphere now.
Yeah, it's a whole different level now.
Exactly.
And I know I'm going a little bit too forward, but I watched this recently, bro. You remember when Goku went Super Saiyan? Anyway, he fought against Frieza, right? Mm-hmm. When Frieza went 100% on Goku, bro, I swear everything I love, he was mixing that nigga shit up.
Who?
Frieza.
Was mixing Goku up?
Yes, like as soon as he dashed at Goku, bro, he was hitting it with hands and feet at the same time. Like, usually niggas punch and kick. No, it was like punch, kick. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Damn.
He mixed Goku shit up.
That coordination, though.
And then, I'd said something to you about this before. It was a debate of, like, when I was a kid, did Goku actually get killed by Frieza? Mm-hmm. Now, it's been cleared up that no, he did not.
Who cleared it up? Oh, what cleared it up?
Well, if you really pay attention to it, you can tell it didn't. And in the manga, as soon as he hit him in it and you seen the lava come up, Frieza thinking he won, Goku got right up.
Ah, got you.
But in the show, when he knocks Goku into that lava, Frieza powers down, and then Gohan shows up because he felt Goku's power go to 0. He didn't feel his power anymore, and Gohan showed up to one-on-one Frieza. And then that's when they did use the Earth Dragon Balls to wish everybody who was killed by Frieza and his men back to life. Goku already got brought back to life by the Earth Dragon Balls. Yeah, so it wouldn't have brought Goku back if that was it.
No, it wouldn't.
That's why I'm saying it got debunked. I was just like,
Gotcha. You know what is funny? Remember that conversation we had about the 100 men versus gorilla? Mm-hmm. One person was like, if it's 100 men and they're in there and they're yelling at the gorilla, y'all really think that the gorilla is going to even want to fight them? They're in an enclosure.
Now, I'll say this. If it was 100 of like the strongest men in the world fighting against that gorilla, do you think gorilla going to win?
No.
I don't think so either.
I definitely don't. But that wasn't the argument. The argument was just 100 men.
100 niggas. We don't even know who we getting.
Exactly. It's going to be bus drivers.
They were like, oh my gosh, this nigga coming with us to fight a gorilla and he's in a wheelchair?
that gorilla taking that wheelchair and beating our asses with it.
We literally just giving this nigga a weapon. This nigga gonna use one of them wheels for a destructo disc.
I like how a lot of the arguments that I'm seeing is sacrificing a large portion of the men to get the win. That's not how it's gonna happen though. Like, if we use like 50 of the dudes to wear the gorilla down, the other 50 can get him. Who's gonna be the sacrifice? Nobody's gonna be willing to sacrifice themselves for that.
No, because everybody's gonna want to have a story, and they was like, "Yeah, I was part of the 100 niggas that beat a gorilla." You want to live for that,
Exactly.
but niggas don't realize you gonna have some niggas that's tough. You gonna have some rednecks in there. You gonna have some crazy motherfuckers in there. That's cool. It's gonna be some niggas that didn't want to do in this fight. They just appeared here, and them niggas is out of breath thinking about fighting. That fucking, they anxious as a bitch. Their anxiety running rampant.
Have some alcoholic rednecks in there who think they can fight. They drink 6 beers a day.
He's like, I always do them gator wrangling anyway.
I bet you do.
That shit that nigga gonna act up on your ass.
Exactly.
So
you're forgetting this thing has thumbs. Mm-hmm. This ain't a gator, nigga.
No, this shit's gonna be different. I'm telling you.
Oh man,
I would not want to be a part of the niggas that's fighting him.
No, I'm good. I'm not that curious to see if I could do it.
Nah, fuck that shit, bro. I got children to raise.
With children.
And that was the end of the podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know what episode we're stopping on, but the next episode will be 66 through, I want to say until they beat Ginyu. I don't know what episode it is though. So
nah, that's gonna be a decent amount because you got to think about all that happens during that.
I know, but so far this has been going fast. We've only done roughly 20 episodes, and we're already at the Ginyu Force. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it's
the Frieza fight is forever though.
Yeah, that shit like 50 episodes.
Mm-hmm. That shit's forever.
That one we might have to bounce around a little bit.